I've been teaching since 1995, different courses. My field of expertise is psychoneuroimmunology. So I started teaching psychoneuroimmunology in 1995, but over time I've been teaching other courses in the medical school, in the graduate school, in the MINDS program, and now finally in the psychology department. Right now I'm teaching a course called Measuring Behavior in the psychology department. This is also a lab course and a didactic course, like a lecture-based. I'm also tutoring medical students in MF2 and MF5, Medical Foundation 2 and 5. And I've been teaching them also in the Neuro 700 last year in the MINDS program. And yeah, I was teaching in the Faculty of Health Sciences, the graduate course Psychoneuroimmunology. I like to teach students to become critical thinkers because of a simple reason. Namely, Einstein used to say that imagination is more important than knowledge. For while knowledge defines all we know and currently understand, imagination points to all we might yet discover and create. Therefore, facts are needed to establish a broad knowledge, but I believe that creative thinking needs to be fostered throughout schooling, even especially in the graduate school. So this is my first principle, is to teach them how to become critical thinkers. The second thing is to instill passion for science and discovery. I strongly believe that for the research, that I've been doing for more than 30 years, there is a value into this, and I'm trying to kind of transfer this passion, instill this passion to them, and encourage them to ask me relevant questions and scientific questions, because the quality of their thinking depends on the quality of their questions. Okay? The third principle is to turn graduates into lifelong learners. I strongly believe that facts and theories may quickly change in biomedical science as we currently know, and therefore I teach them important facts and principles, core principles. However, I emphasize that strategies to acquire and later update their knowledge are the most important. So I want them to keep studying while they're alive. Number 4 is I want them to combine theoretical knowledge with practical experience. I believe that more practical or lab courses would provide them with skills required in the current competitive job market. After my lecture, for example, Measuring Behavior, my lecture-based course, we continue with the lab course with the same title, in which obtained theoretical knowledge can be applied in the practical setting. So this is kind of the fourth one. And the fifth one, I treat my students with dignity and respect, and I'm always aware of their personal and cultural differences. I try to establish constructive, non-threatening kind of environment where I treat them as my junior colleagues. I strongly encourage them to call me by my first name, Boris, and I'm trying my best to remember all of their names, because I think this kind of personal contact between us is very important to establish such environment. I believe that mutual respect can be expressed beyond traditional boundaries between professors and students, and we are all learners, learning from each other all the time. I want really kind of to express a strong belief to my junior colleagues, my students, that the biomedical science and research is becoming very, very competitive. And there is a tremendous pressure to succeed in the current environment. And despite that, I want them to always humanely treat their animals, to stay critical of their own results, to abandon readily their hypotheses that cannot be confirmed, and prioritize the benefit to broader community over their personal interests. So in other words, I want them to preserve their moral integrity as scientists and citizens. I think that the knowledge and the truth can be obtained to different paths, and some people are taking scientific path, as I did in the past, and also some people are taking artistic path, to approach the truth and knowledge. And I've been always between the scientist and artist. I play classical guitar for more than 40 years. I've been involved also in photography for about 10-15 years with my mother, who is a photographer. So I'm trying to balance out scientific, artistic approach to the truth and to find my way. So I encourage my students to develop their skills in different directions. Of one of them maybe also an artwork, or whatever they feel enjoyable and whatever releases their stress. So for me it was music and photography.